Hello everyone, this is Mumbo and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft server. This is episode 6 and today we are starting things off at the slime ball store. Half a stack of diamonds. This is... We've run out of slime balls. I literally don't have any more. I'm gonna have to take a quick look. But before we do... Bam! Almost 3 stacks of diamonds already. It's only episode 6. Yeah, not looking good. I am definitely gonna have to go AFK overnight tonight so that we can actually get ourselves a tiny bit more stock because, yeah, we're running very low. Anyway, plan number 1 for today's Hermitcraft episode is to do a little bit more work on our base design. So, in the previous episode, we were discussing some plans, and I think the globe idea is one that I definitely am liking quite a bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to kind of try my best to create that, and we're going to be building them using this design of, what would this be called? Arm? I guess it's an arm. So the first part has been completed. I've now converted all of these by hand into the correct style. I think this is the best looking one. So we have the depth off the edges, we've got the sea lanterns in the middle, which are going to be tricky to get. I don't know if we'll be doing that straight away. We might have to wait on that one. But then we have all of the glass running up, and I've just started work on building the top section of our globe. So this is the center. We've got 7 blocks, 6 blocks, 4 blocks, 4 blocks, and then I believe it's 3 or 4 threes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have 7 twos, and then it goes back to 3s, but in the opposite direction. Sphere building. And now it's looking even more impressive. Okay, yeah, I definitely like this idea. This is gonna be really fun. Look at that. It is completely dwarfing the island. That is so cool. I just thought I would also work out what sort of thing we're going to be doing with our sides. And obviously, you know, we said in the previous episode that we want to go for a kind of octagon style. And I have to say, I was going to remove that, but I actually quite like the stacked octagons. And then this octagon here, obviously we'd have to work on the geometry a tiny bit because these straight edges look like they'll be shorter than that diagonal edge. But this octagon in the center here is actually going to be an island, so we're going to terraform the entire area, and then on the underside we're also going to have a fully terraformed upside down area. So it'll kind of be like a anti-gravitational globe type thing. Cool, this is all looking good. Okay, our plans are coming together nicely here. Let's pop back onto the Hermitcraft server, and I guess we can actually start work on this thing. This guy's carrying a trident. Oh, well, wow, he's powerful. No, he didn't drop it. Oh. Anyway, to build this, obviously, we are going to need tons upon tons of gravel. So the best way to get loads of gravel is to go to the bottom of the ocean. And I'm just trying to work out... Yes, this is how... Okay, fine, yeah, no, I am going to have to hold shift while I'm doing it. But this is how you now get loads of things underwater. Except, obviously, all the items do float upwards. And on top of that... Yeah, I've got a fortune shovel. It mainly produces flint. We need to do another enchantment. Right, I've had a bit of an idea. So obviously we're going to need a lot of levels to actually enchant this diamond shovel. So it's probably a good plan to actually get ourselves some bones, because we're going to need tons of bones for this project. So we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone and get all the bones and all the levels, so then we can get the gravel. Right, I think that should do us just for the time being. So we have got, well, we've got 4 stacks of bones, which means that we've got 12 stacks of bone meal, which means that we can make a lot of stacks of concrete powder. I've managed to get myself 35 levels, which should be enough to enchant this shovel. And all in all, I'm feeling pretty good about that. So let's head back over to the base. Ah, this could be a problem. There seem to be phantoms at my door. And there's a spider at my door too. Lots of spiders at my door by the look of things. I don't know what to do. Why is the highest level enchantment here now level 26? Has someone replaced one of the bookshelves with that crafting bench? I swear it used to be level 30. What on earth? I've just gone back and got myself another bookshelf, and it looks like we need another one. I mean, this is still only level 28. What is going on here? Finally, we've repaired the community enchanting area, and I tell you now, if this has fortune on it, I will be upset, but it doesn't. Okay, so we've got ourselves a bog standard diamond shovel. Thank goodness. This thing has taken me nearly 2 hours to get. Ridiculous. Anyway, we are finally making this work. So if I just pop up to the top here, this should give us all of our gravel. It's all floating up on the surface. So I guess I'm periodically going to have to pop up and grab this stuff. Anyway, we've got ourselves just over a stack, and I've got to be careful of my magma blocks because although they provide me air, they also drop me down to the bottom. So I almost just got killed by a dolphin. That was close. I didn't realize dolphins give you some crazy power where you can swim super fast, which is great most of the time. But if you're trying to land on one block of magma so that you can survive, it makes life incredibly difficult. Now I gotta say, gathering gravel in that way was a massive pain in the backside. But we've done it. I managed to fill up my inventory, so we've got all of that. Now we just need to gather up all of the sand, and that will fill up all this side of the chest. And then we should be good to actually start constructing this. Oh my word, this is such a breath of fresh air. Oh, just being able to just do this. Just swing my shovel back and forth. Look, we have got, that's 2 stacks already. That would have taken me about 5-10 minutes to get 2 stacks of gravel. Actually, I've just had a thought. So if I got myself a conduit, does that give me, that gives me like haste underneath the water, doesn't it? Okay, I'll have to look into that, and then we might have to do a little bit of work over at Doc M's farm. Maybe some AFKing over there so that we can actually gather up some of those, because that seems like it would be incredibly useful. And just like that, we are filled to the brim with sand. I love sand. I want to do more stuff with sand. Okay, so let's pop back up to the base. We're going to have to craft up a ton of white concrete powder. And then I guess we've got to do a ton of placing that white concrete powder inside water to turn it into concrete. That's going to be a pain in the backside as well. But then from there, I mean, where did we even build this thing? There's a chance that this might be the end of our little tree here. I'll try my best to avoid it. But no, that tree is eventually going to go. But you know, we could build the circle around it and then put it in a glass. Whereabouts is the tree? I mean, we kind of don't have enough space to do that. I don't know, I'll get my camera account involved. Let's have a look. Yeah, so my guy is flying up somewhere around about there, looking down on the island, and this tree is literally located in the least logical place to build an incredibly large structure. The best possible spot is probably somewhere around about here. So creating the circle so it wraps around like this. This tree is kind of slightly off to one side in the skinniest part of the island. Unfortunately, it would look a little bit silly. So we might have to just relocate it at some point. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this should just be 1, 2, and 3. And that is our central block. And that completes our first circle. Now this one is actually a little bit bigger than the one that we built in our testing world, because I want the central section to be a little bit larger. But let's take a look and see how it actually looks on our island. The answer is pretty good. Yeah, that seems like the right size. I mean, it's got a diameter of 31 blocks. I think it used almost 2 stacks of concrete powder just to build this, and the actual circles themselves that we're building coming up and over, they have a diameter of 101 blocks. So our base is 101 blocks tall, or is eventually going to be 101 blocks tall, and it's going to be, I guess, 130 blocks across in all of these directions, and that's just the central hub for my storage system. Yeah, we've gone big this season. Definitely gone big. Should I start building? I guess, I mean, I don't have any time to wait. Why not just start constructing them? I can't believe I'm doing this already. This is terrifying. You know when you say to yourself that you're going to do a thing, like for example, you say, I'm going to run a marathon, or I'm going to build a crazy project car. It's all well and good just saying it, but actually starting it, that's the scariest bit for sure. This is already looking very tall. Okay, so that's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we've got 2 4s. 2, 3, 4. And then we've got our 5 3s. So that's 1, 2, 3. And that's the second one. Third one. Yeah, you get the picture. This is huge. Holy mackerel. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6. And then this should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that should put us... So if we were looking directly down from this block, yes, we are over the top of that. 100%. Yep, we're on top of it. So that means that in theory, we should have built this correctly. This should now be constructed correctly. And you know what? I'm actually going to build this circle. I'm going to replicate this circle up at the top here real quick. So let's see how this thing looks for the first time. I mean, first off, so how much have we actually used? So we've used up, is that 7 stacks in total? I'm guessing that's not too bad at all. That really isn't that bad. Okay, that's promising for starters. And this is also very promising. Jeez. That is a wicked sight. That feels like something out of Inception, seeing that bend going up like that. That's so, so cool. Okay, let's get in a boat and see what this looks like. It looks really quite cool, if I do say so myself. Yeah, that looks pretty glorious. Okay, well, we've still got plenty of concrete powder left to go through, so I'm going to have to convert some of this into regular concrete, and we'll start getting some of the other bands in. I gotta say, though, this could be more fun. I mean, is there any way to do this faster? I think this is the maximum velocity that you can possibly do it. Regardless of that, we have got it constructed, so each one of these requires 3 stacks of concrete powder, which actually really isn't that bad, is it? I mean, that isn't terrible. And that is the second band in place. So in the middle there, we're going to have white stained glass. I don't think I'm going to be able to get that done in today's Hermitcraft episode. But yeah, this should give you a rough impression of what each one of these kind of structural holding things is actually going to look like. Sweet. Okay, I guess that's that done. One of them done. We've got 3 more left to go. Nice and easy. First mistake. I knew it was coming. So something isn't quite right with this one. I guess it's probably not a bad idea to just start again. It's just I don't want to lose any concrete like that. Oh, those phantoms! Okay, so phantoms are dangerous all the time, but extra specially dangerous when you are very high up. That's not so good. What's extra frustrating is that I actually had around about 33 levels, which took me a long time to get up to. And now, yeah, I'm back down to level 7. However, things aren't all bad, because now I have got 2 of, or almost 2. This is where I actually got knocked off, but I've just completed the other side of it. So now we have got half of our crazy structure in place, and it's looking pretty wild. Yeah, looking really, really cool. Okay, so once again, gotta gather up more concrete powder. We've probably got to do some pretty serious resource gathering as well to get all of this done. But then it's just this one here and this one here. Concrete is a really frustrating thing to build out of. Whoa! Is this futuristic enough for you? Come on, this is the future. So this is the last 3, and then we have, so this is a 4, and then the other 4, and then we have a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then this is the last one, and we have lined up nicely with the build. That is 7 blocks in total, including this, and that is this entire structure now fully finished, all entirely built out of concrete. So there it is. We have got one beastly template fully built out, and it is looking awesome. What the other thing that's looking awesome actually is our little slime farm that we're approaching very, very quickly. There it is. This looks so cool from here. I might do a nighttime I might do a nighttime screenshot. Because that looks so awesome. This island is still a little bit deadly though, so we might have to do a little bit of lighting. But still, I can't get over this thing. This looks ridiculous. What we should probably get done now is a little bit of the glass. Now, I have no idea. So I have got probably about 18 stacks of glass, and I'm kind of just curious to see how far around we can actually get just with that. So how much have we got left? We've got a couple more stacks, so I suppose I can throw those out, and I could probably throw out some of that string potentially. But this is it for the time being. With that being said, it's actually going quite a long way. So as you can see right here, I'm kind of making my way around the top section here, and we're making our way up to the top, and I still have a few stacks left. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do one full stretch, but this is going pretty well. Yeah, by the look of things, we've done it, and with 2 stacks of stained glass left over. So that means that, well, I mean, each one of those bands took 3 stacks, so that means I guess it's 15 stacks of glass for each one of these stretches here, which actually, in the grand scheme of things, isn't too bad. Now, obviously, none of the sea lanterns are in place because we don't have any way of getting the sea lanterns at this point in time. But if we take a look at this thing, yeah, it looks totally ridiculous. What an utterly bonkers build that is. Okay, I have a bit of a plan here. What we're going to do is I'm going to gather up a whole bunch more sand. So I guess we're going to need 45 stacks of sand. So quite a bit of sand. And we're going to chuck that into the new super smelter system that we've created. This looks so ridiculous. And we're going to chuck that into the new super smelter system, and we'll get that smelted up. But before we do, there's one thing that I really want to do. First thing is, I really want a season pass to this place, because look. Mending 10. He has got a little villager trading hall that we can rent out. That is, well, not rent out, we can gain access to. That is mental. Oh, 2 more sales. We are fresh. We are so fresh out. We are completely fresh out of slime balls. We are fully out of stock. But the thing that I actually want to do is buy some shulker boxes. So we want 2, and I guess so if that's 17, I mean, we can afford now 4 thanks to the person that put in... Yeah, thanks to the person that bought the slime balls, I actually had enough money to buy 4 shulker boxes. These are going to come in handy. And by the way, Python, you are going to be the richest hermit really fast. Oh, dyed shulker boxes. Oh, and just before I go, if anyone on the server is actually selling ender chests, then please let me know down in the comment section. I'm not 100% certain. I don't think anyone is at the minute. But as soon as I find out that someone is, I am buying a boatload of them, because I'm struggling to live without it. Now, the reason that I need the shulker boxes is because, obviously, if I'm taking back 45 stacks of sand from the desert, that's not going to fit in my inventory. So, that's where these guys come in. I'm going to fill up, I guess I could easily fill up 3 of these shulker boxes, which is about, how many stacks? Hang on, that would be a lot of stacks. So that would be 9, 18, 27. That would be 75 stacks. Okay, maybe 2 of the shulker boxes. So we'll fill up 2 of the shulker boxes. That will be more than enough. And then we'll transport those back to the base. So there we go. We have got 2 full shulker boxes. That's 54 stacks of sand in the shulker boxes. And then we also have, so that's 59... 63, 64. 64 stacks of sand. That's a nice round number. I like that. And now what I'm going to do is put down to the bottom here, chuck in all of my items on the inside of this thing. It doesn't need to be particularly fast because the plan is that I'm now going to go AFK overnight and I'm just going to leave this thing running. So this is just going to cruise on through. It is going to smelt up all of the glass that we have inside this double chest right here, and I will empty in a little bit more eventually once this chest gives us a tiny bit more space. But yeah, all of that will empty through. It will all be smelted up by our furnaces. I think that should be enough blocks of coal to actually go through the entire set, because I mean, I put 18 stacks in the other day and we still have 56 blocks of coal left, so we should be absolutely fine. And hopefully by me sitting here, I will load up all of the farms. We will load up the slime farm as well so we can get more stock for the shop. And we can essentially get ourselves a ton of resources and get the main template of this build finished in the next episode of Hermitcraft. Because unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, that is all I've got time for today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button. And if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.